Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya wal Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een, amma ba'd. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, I thank Allah Azza wa Jal for granting us another day in Ramadan where we are able to live and seek His mercy and His bounties. The Quran ayah which I have just mentioned is Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. The night of power is better than 1,000 months. The very brief explanation of this ayah is that anyone who partakes in any actions, any good deeds, especially on the night of power, on the night of decree, it will be better for him than if he was worshipping for 1,000 months. What this means is any worship which we do on the night of power, it will be the equivalent of worshipping Allah or doing any good deeds for Allah for 83 years. Now, there is a very famous dua which we can recite, especially on the night of power. And it comes in Tirmidhi, where Aisha radiallahu anha, she asked, "O Prophet of Allah, if I realize Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree, what should I supplicate? Which dua should I recite in it?" He, the Prophet alayhi salam, replied, "You should recite, Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni." And the translation to this is, "Oh Allah, you are the most pardoning and you love to pardon, so pardon me." Now, when Allah pardons us, when we are asking Allah to pardon us, we are asking Him whatever sin we have done, we are asking Allah to completely not only forgive us for this sin, but completely erase the fact that we've committed this sin at all. So that is what it means by us asking Allah for asking Allah to pardon us. Now, another point I would like to bring to the attention of the listeners is whatever good deeds we can do, no matter how small, we should do our best to do this in these last 10 nights of Ramadan. Now, in Sunan Ibn Majah, it is narrated that the Prophet ﷺ used to strive hard in worship in the last 10 nights of Ramadan as he never did at any other time. And in another hadith, which I would like to make relatable to all the listeners, is the Prophet ﷺ said that it was asked to the Prophet ﷺ, which deeds are most beloved to Allah? The Prophet ﷺ said, the deeds most beloved to Allah are those done consistently, even if they may be small. And the reason why I've mentioned this particular hadith is whatever good deeds we think we can do, let us do it. So let's not think how small it is, but let us be consistent in this good deed. And reason I mentioned this is some of us, especially during this quarantine, this lockdown, we may have had intention to recite the Quran, yet we never found ourselves the time to get started. We may have had intention to stand for tahajjud, and yet up until today we still have not done so. We may have had intention to start a new good deed or memorize a new surah or a new dua, but up until today we still have not done so. It is not too late. As evident in the hadith, Allah loves those actions which are consistent. So if we have not started, start today. And if we are to worship, let's worship Allah in these last 10 nights to the best of our ability. Some practical pointers I would like to give to you listeners is, if we want to catch the possibility of doing worship in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, for these last 10 nights, let's add a little checklist, just so we won't miss the night of power. So every day for the next 10 days, for the next 10 nights, when the nights of Qadr come, let's add a little checklist. So every day we will give at least £1 in charity. Every day we will recite at least 1 page from the Quran. Every day we will pray at least 2 rak'ah of Qiyamul Layl or Tahajjud. And every day we will recite the dua, Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. And the reason why I ask everyone to do these small actions, but do it for the last 10 nights of Ramadan, is if we find the night of Qadr and we are doing these small actions, it will be as if we done these small actions for the equivalent of 1,000 months, and all we've done are small actions consistently for the last 10 nights of Ramadan. So this is the benefit, the hikmah, the wisdom behind us doing these small actions. Now I would like to finish on this, but I would like to give a small reminder also. Please make dua, as much dua as you can, especially in these last 10 nights of Ramadan. We are in quarantine this year, as we have seen many people expected to live this year and they thought they would see this year, and Allah has taken them. Perhaps this will be our last Ramadan. So whatever du'as we have, whatever good deeds we have which we want to do, let us really bring ourselves to do these good actions, because perhaps this will be our last Ramadan. Let us not waste it, but rather make the most of our time in this blessed month of Ramadan. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal grants us the ability to act upon all that has been said. Ameen.